Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Surgical Snipes, back at it again with some Diablo Immortal patch notes. What is going on, everyone? In this video, we got some news. We got some updated breaking news, These are the new patch notes for the season 17 Battle Pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, Diablo Immortal is getting an update. We're getting some new fresh content, and that is great. That is what we need, and every time we get a new content update, it's always fun for the most part. All right, now I'm not going to read all of this like in the past. In my previous patch notes, I don't really talk about everything because that would take forever. I'm not going to read the whole fucking thing. If you guys want to check it out, I'm pretty sure you guys can go to news.blizzard.com and read the whole patch notes for yourself. In this video, I'm going to be just talking about the PvP portion of the patch notes, since that is my main focus when I play Diablo. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So again, if you want to read all the other shit, go somewhere else. Anyways, y'all, why am I excited about this whole fucking patch notes shit? Well, it's gonna be season 17, right? Battle Pass. I might as well read this part here. Sanctuary's denizens, sing your praises, adventurer. Since our last content update, many players have skirmished in Wild Brawl, enjoyed a reduced cooldown period for class change, and celebrated the PC version of Immortal leaving open beta. This content update introduces 42 new legendary items, the Season 17 Ruptured Soul Battle Pass, and a variety of updates to existing features. As with the previous content updates, there will be server maintenance on August 22nd from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for Oceania, China, East Asia, Southeast Asia, and Europe servers, and on August 23rd from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. for servers in the Americas. After the maintenance has concluded, all items mentioned below will be live. Specific dates for any content going live afterward are provided below. So here's the codex, here's the table of contents pretty much of all the new stuff we're going to get. I'm only going to cover the PvP section of this because that's all I care about. So anyways, feature updates. General combat. It's talking about the ultimate skills going from 3 to 5 seconds. That's not too crazy, Damage over time effects will no longer interrupt bandaging. That's okay. But this is the one right here. One of the two reasons why I'm even covering this right now. And this is the Battlegrounds Season 2. Alright, Battlegrounds Season 2. We're about to wrap up Season 1. I'm in the top 50 for Demon Hunters. I have like a 57% win rate currently. Over 5.5k BG score, 5.4k BG score, which, if you think about it, is the most craziest shit, right? Because I only run 1 and 2 star gems, and I have a higher win rate than everybody in the top 10, maybe even the top 25 the last time I checked, right? In the Storm Shield merge servers, right? So I have a 57% win rate. I have a 57% win rate with only 1 and 2 star gems equipped, better than everybody in the top 10 for Demon Hunters. For Demon Hunters in the Storm Shield merge servers, right? The mecha servers of the game. So that's crazy, right? But again, I get pissed because I cannot really climb to number 1 because of my resonance, right? Sometimes I only get +1 points for a win, sometimes +0 points for a win. So that sucks. So I'm like 1,000 points or 900 points away from number 1. People pay thousands of dollars to get an extra No. They pay tens of thousands of dollars, to get an extra 1,000 Battleground score than me. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Anyways, back to the patch notes here. So, Battleground Season 2 is on its way. A couple more days from now on August 28th. Let's read what's going to happen. Battleground Season 2. The new Battleground season will begin on August 28th, 3 a.m. server time, and will last 10 weeks. To kick Season 2 off with a bang, we have adjusted stat compression and matchmaking to provide you with a more optimized playing experience. So that's what's going on there. August 28th is when Season 2 begins. Matchmaking. The matchmaking for Battleground will now consider a player's resonance when searching for a match to add them to, leading to better balanced teams in instances where there are fewer players queuing for a Battleground match. You may still be paired against players with higher resonance than your own. This ensures players can reliably find a Battleground match within a reasonable amount of time. So if you're stuck in the queue for more than a couple minutes, then it's going to put you in the queue with anybody, pretty much like we have right now. And I'll be talking about the state of the Inferno Battlegrounds after this. All right, so that's that with that. You know, the matchmaking, they're going to prioritize you going in with the same amount of resonance players in that same group, but if you stay too long, if they can't find it because there's not that many players on this fucking game, then you're going to get in with the fucking players that are fucking 5 to 10 times resonance higher than you. You see what I'm saying? Developers note, we know Battleground matchmaking has been a point of contention for our players, and we hear you. The changes detailed in this content update are aimed at creating more balanced matches in Battlegrounds and improving the overall experience of the activity. We'll continue to monitor player feedback regarding Battleground, especially, and will continue to optimize it. So they say they hear us, right? But do they really hear us? I say yes and no. You know, we got to give Blizzard a fair shake also, as far as, you know, we can't just blame everything on them, you know. I mean, yes, it's a pay-to-win game. The PvP is pay-to-win. It's complete trash when it comes to true skill because, you know, you're getting the whales and shit who think that they're actually good at the game when they have shown zero true skill. They have shown zero true skill this whole entire time. And that's what it is with pay-to-win games, right? People know that. The matches are rigged. They have an insane higher amount of base attribute stats boosted with resonance and all that than everybody else, right? So it's just terrible. But they're doing the best they can, you know, because they have to appease their whales. You know, they have to coddle their whales, you know, and tend to them because they're the ones who are actually, you know, paying thousands of dollars into the game, you know, whereas free-to-play or low spenders, you know, they're just playing it, but they're not really contributing the monetary thing, the monetary value of the game, and it is what it is, you know. Is it fair? No, but then again, life isn't fair. PvP should be fair 100% in video games, but it's not. At least not in this one. So it is what it is. Developers are going to at least try to, Blizzard's going to at least try to group everybody around the same resonance. It's probably going to be similar to what old school Battleground was, right? When I was playing old school Battleground, old school BGs, I was going up against players who were no more than double, triple my resonance, right? I was like at 930 resonance at that time, you know. So at most I was going up against people double, triple my resonance. It was rare. It was very rare when I encountered a 5K resonance player and higher in the old school Battlegrounds. So if they're at least between 1 to 3K residents, I should be able to hold my own. I should have no problem. But of course, if I'm going up against fucking 5K to 9K to 10K residents players, like in the Inferno Battlegrounds that we're doing right now, it's just all horseshit, you know. Anyways, I'm just glad that they're gonna hopefully make it to where it's more balanced. At least if the whales want to play amongst each other, that's fine. You know, it sucks for them because they're not gonna be able to really compete versus me. You know, they think they're all high and mighty when they're fighting amongst each other, or they're one-shotting people 10 times, 5 times less resonance than them. So, you know, it is what it is. Again, you can't hate the players. You got to hate the game for that, you know, for allowing that shit. Anyways, I can go on and on, as you guys know about that. So that's the developer's note with the matchmaking. Scoring. When calculating the points a player receives from completing a battleground match, both the player's individual score and the average score of their team will now be considered. Okay, we'll see how the scoring works, you know. Like I mentioned previously, my resonance right now is at 1.2k resonance, right? 1200 resonance, pretty much 1230 resonance. I have like 5.4k score, BG score. I have 5.4k BG score, so we'll see if they will allow the lower resonance players to get that 6.5k BG score that the whales can get. If not, then it's nothing new, you know. If they're gonna at least, if they're gonna put people, you know, where everything's all fucked up, the matchmaking and shit, where you allow players double, triple the resonance or higher to compete versus lower resonance players, then at least make the scoring where low resonance players can at least get the points they deserve for a win. At least give us that, you know. Give us that. Give us that, you know. At least you can give us that, Blizzard. I don't know. You say maybe here, maybe this will be it right here. Scoring. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the scoring now. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We don't know. Stat compression. We are updating stat compression tuning to reflect the current pace of progression players have achieved. The result is that players' stats will be compressed less than they were in previous seasons. We will continue to adjust the system in future content updates as players increase their Paragon level and gear potency. I don't believe in the whole stat compression thing, you know. Just like I don't believe in resonance in the PvP, you know. Just make it all the same. Make it all the same. Let's see who's really the true skill players, and let's see who's the bullshitters, you know. As the #1 Diablo player in the world and the true immortal of this game, I'm going to tell you guys the way it is, you know. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It's all about having a fair fight, you know, a fair match. Now, secondary equipment, they're going to raise it from 15 to 20, right? So make sure you guys are clearing your challenge rifts. I think there's 350 challenge rifts right now. And they're going to probably add more levels. If not, they're just going to increase the cap from the rank cap from 15 to 20. So that gives players something to do, for the challenge rift players to really go and push for all rank 20 gear, a set item, I mean. All rank 20 set items, which pretty much, it's got nothing to do with your challenge rift skills. It's got everything to do with your combat rating, right? So if you have the combat rating for it, you should be able to push the higher levels. If not, you just ask a whale to carry you, and it's a complete joke, right? It's a complete joke, the challenge rift system. So I'm not gonna read all this part. Deeds of Valors, you know. After transferring to a different server, characters will revert to adventure affiliation. Characters will inherit the 3 most recent Deeds of Valor badges from previous seasons. Deeds of Valor progress with the current season will not be carried over the transferring servers. Alright, so you get to keep your Deeds of Valor badges when you transfer to a new server. it took them this long to do it. I don't know why. But at least they're going to finally put that in place, so that's good. Immortal. I don't got to read that shit because I'm the true immortal anyway. 42 legendary items. Maybe this stuff's meta changing, but I'm not going to read all this. Obviously, it's too much shit. Maybe there might be a meta changing thing for demon hunters. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think so. Nothing will beat the knockback shot meta, at least in my opinion, for a long time. Training grounds. Now you can test out your builds and all that probably, and you can see how much damage you're doing. All right, so they got a new mode there, training grounds. Season 17 Battle Pass, Ruptured Soul. That's going to be the new Ruptured Soul cosmetic. Looks pretty cool. The Walking Nightmare cosmetic set, that looks pretty cool as well. And here we go, everyone. The main reason why I'm even talking about all this stuff, this whole patch notes, it's because of the new and improved Conqueror limited time PvP event that they're going to add now. Conqueror PvP is back. It's back, everyone. You know what that means, don't you? It means you're going to be in an ancient fighting pit where the Fahiran aristocracy held brutal games has been uncovered in Shasar. Fight tooth and nail during the newly updated Conqueror limited time PvP event to bring honor to your name and riches to your collection. From August 23rd, 3 a.m. through September 6th, 3 a.m. server time, players can enter a Conqueror PvP match using their own build or select a pre-constructed character build for their class. Each match contains multiple strongholds that must be captured by your team. The first team to earn 1,500 points by holding strongholds shall emerge victorious. Through participating in these matches, you can complete weekly and challenge tasks to earn a random reward, such as legendary items, set items, and more. Only fair contest is allowed in the fighting pits. Here are the rules of engagement. All characters will be set to level 60. The rank of all legendary gear and set gear will be set to 1. The rank of all legendary gems on your character will be set to 10. The integrity of the fighting pits is also maintained by disabling all bonuses from resonance and combat rating, clans and warbands, normal gems, charms, heraldic legacy, stances. Alright, so this is all the same information we got when the first Conqueror PvP mode happened a couple months ago. So everyone who did that knew that this is the fairest PvP mode Diablo Immortal has had to date. So all of us PvPers, right? All of us players who are PvP players first, we are all super happy, super excited for this to come back. It shouldn't be limited time. It should be permanent. It should have a leaderboard. But at least we're going to get it back again for the second time around. If you haven't seen my Conqueror PvP mode playlist, I recommend checking that out first before watching my new Conqueror PvP mode content. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to upload a bunch of Conqueror PvP mode matches. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm glad they're bringing it back right away, because especially after this whole Inferno Battleground bullshit, where they put everybody, in the fucking same matchmaking, this is a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? But now they're going to be making some adjustments to Conqueror. So let's see what's new. Teams now consist of 8 players each instead of 10. So before it was 10 players. Now they're going to shrink it down to 8 players, just like Battlegrounds. Player health has been increased by 30%. Daily tasks have become weekly tasks and will reset each Wednesday at 3 a.m. server time during the event's duration. New preset builds for each class have been added. And this is probably the big one here. Conqueror can only be played during the following time windows: 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. server time. So there's not going to be a 10 to 12 a.m. for all the late gamers out there, for the graveyard shift gamers, so that sucks. And it sucks that it's not going to be 24 hours like last time. I don't know why they don't fucking keep it 24 hours, you know? People want to play the actual fucking fairest PvP mode the game has to offer. We don't want to play that bullshit pay to win PvP bullshit. You see what I'm saying? But hey, at least we're going to get it back. Just now, during specific times, specific time windows. And I don't know why they're going to make it from 10 to 8 players, because it's a big map. It's a big map. I don't know why. 8 players should be the fucking Battlegrounds map. What they should do is just make it 8v8, you know, just like Battlegrounds, but with Conqueror rules, right? Now, the thing with Conqueror, the Conqueror PvP mode, is that they're saying that it's a fair fight, but it's not a fair fight, as we all know. Because why? Sure, everything is disabled, right? All characters will be set to level 60. Legendary and set gear will be set to 1. Max rank legendary gems to rank 10. That's all good and dandy. But again, you still have 1 and 2 star gem players versus 5-star gem players. So I'm going to be going in yet again with my 1 and 2 star gems at max rank 10 versus 5-star gem training wheel players who are all at max rank 10 as well. So they have the advantage. They have the advantage still. If you look at some of my Conqueror PvP matches from before, I was fighting a demon hunter, another demon hunter, 1v1. He began shooting, I began shooting. We both attacked each other at the same time. His gloom cask procced, and fucking we were in a battle. And in less than 2 seconds, 3/4 of my shield is gone, or 3/4 of my health is gone. And I only took out 1/4 of his health right there. See, so that's proof enough that they're doing more damage than I am. And they have all this extra shield and shit because of the 5-star gem training wheels that they equip. You see, so it's not a fair fight. I don't know why Blizzard put that in there. If they wanted to make it really fair, then 100% fair, then don't put any gems in there. Don't put any gems in there. Just straight up skill attacks. That's it. But when you add the gems in there, that doesn't make it, that automatically disqualifies it as being a 100% fair contest. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter though, because you know what I can do already. If you haven't seen it already, check out my Conqueror PvP playlist. I'll be making a separate Conqueror PvP 2 playlist for the new Conqueror PvP event coming up in a couple days. That way we can definitely see how the changes affect my performance, my performances in the matches. All right, but that's it, y'all. They got some returning events here and all that. You know, and that's going to be the whole that's pretty much the whole patch notes there as far as the PvP section. The PvP sections are explained, you know. So that's what it is. They're making some changes to the Battlegrounds. Hopefully it'll be more balanced. Hopefully we can start getting the same amount of points every time for a win, instead of getting bullshit +0 +1 points for a win once we maxed out our wins for our residents, you know. Make the game fair, Blizzard. Hopefully you'll make it right, because right now the Infernal Battlegrounds is just a complete horse shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, like I said, very happy for Conqueror to be back. Not too happy that it's only going to be limited time windows. But at least we're going to get it back again, which means I'm going to upload a bunch of matches. And we will see. We will see how it all goes down, alright? Hopefully you all enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new patch notes on the PvP side of things from your True Immortal. And that's going to be it for this one, y'all. It's your boy Surgical Snipes, the True Immortal and #1 Diablo player in the whole fucking world. And I'll see you in the next one.